PERA to lock it in would be absolutely insane. But it's not all doom and gloom just yet for Guild. You know, like you said, they're not a complete pushovers on this map. It's a map in which they have played a fair decent amount. And when we look at it overall as well, I think we can expect maybe Guild to have something up their sleeve. They surely expected PERA to pick back into it. They surely have looked at the tape, right, and seen what went wrong when they lost 13-9. So I have to wait and see. But, without further ado, Scriv, we're about to get underway. Can Guild turn it around and push us towards Anubis? And Anubis as well, in which then the odds arguably flip in their favor.
Yes, so a difficult map on the way, but potentially a reward on the horizon if they are to win it. In their minds, they feel they will be capable, but PERA definitely sending a message with the previous map. It was quite stressful there towards the end, and they managed to keep it away from the overtime. They managed to even win it out, one might argue. juanflatroo going to open this round. sinnopsyy at the back end of B doesn't quite know what to aim at. Oh god, this is an absolute mess. The bomb taking fights, by the way. Kamion swings around for 2. The bomb is out of there. All right, getting a little interesting. Aaron is back behind, holding for any sort of rotations. DGL's also stuck around. Bomb going to go down. I don't know. This is kind of wild, man. Really wild. MSN has to be careful. Scenari's got a kit. Scenari has got a kit. Aaron's on the way, though. Finds his frag, and MSN wins his as well. So, again, the big crunch moment, the big frags going the way of PERA.
Yeah, got to be said as well. You know, when you look at Mirage, Guild with 2 for 2 in pistols, that, you know, made that game, you know, considerably closer. If they hadn't won that, it actually could have been a considerably more one-sided Mirage. Now that they haven't picked the pistol here, is that a sign of things to come? PERA, really nicely done. Guild are going to go for a force buy. Now, I mean, you've been working alongside me for a long time, and you know how much I despise this. I'm not a fan of force buying on the CT side into the second round. All that they can muster is double MP9 and a few pistols alongside it. It's so damn risky. Lose this, PERA get a second, but also a 3 with a third as well. And for a 3-0 start out the gates with minimal competition, it's concerning. The Guild win it. Maybe I'm a believer.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, play with fire. Double kill for him, though. Very trying to follow up. Actually, the bomb that's been spilled forwards there. Tiny oversight. Difficult when you're in the fights to consider these things. But that is a pretty big deal. Smoke goes down. Galil retrieved, you know. 3 versus 3 with bomb controls. Pretty good for Guild. You can't lie.
Not bad, but rigoN falls. And now it changes. And the only other worrying thing as well is that, I was going to say, sinnopsyy doesn't have head armor. And porya shows exactly what happens. MSN's got to run out of there. sinnopsyy dancing between the 2 angles here. He's a dead man. Only the 2 casualties for PERA. All things considered, it ain't too shabby. And like we said, finding that sort of gifts them a third here as well. I'm going to see too much of a buy. I mean, I guess juanflatroo has squeezed out an MP9.5 armor here and still has enough money left in reserves to buy properly in towards the next loss bonus. So it's not the end of the world. These are sort of rounds that Guild have on occasion converts in their favor. PERA, you know, quad AK. For them to lose this would be a massive upset. Ooh.
Oh,
CZ?
Yep. Listen, man, I've seen some crazy things with the CZ recently, and this round's getting crazy. All right, CZ's one thing, but the rest of the team also coming into play. As Swan had picked himself up another MP9. Absolutely wild stuff. Aaron, though, I love this. Bit of patience, and it pays off for him. Not losing his composure, and he will save the round there for his team. But goodness me, PERA have brought these last couple much closer than they ever should have been.
Jesus, that round never should have got that close. rigoN, a double with the CZ to start things off. That gun, you know, it sucks, in my opinion. So to make it work that well, fair play. Fair play. Very few can make the CZ look easy, and rigoN's just done it exactly there. Close for no cigar, but it still is 0 star for PERA. And no bonus buys here for the PERA side either. We'll be into that full buy. Open play. That's all we're getting.
Ooh, rough fight there for porya. rigoN wins it out. Doesn't really take any damage. Not looking too good. But we'll see here as the round gets a little bit later on. Or DGL, big frag. 4 versus 4 ensuing. DGL in with another tag as well, liking the way that this is looking for PERA. The sinnopsyy, despite his low HP, wins out a fight. Will eventually fall, but not before it's a solid position for Guild Eagles to work from. Liking this look an awful lot.
Kamion. Slowly but surely trying to work his way through cave here, but she's just going to double back. This is a group play. I'm not really too sure what the idea is. I mean, he's making some noise, so either way, looks like they're going to commit. Over towards the B side, 2 players here to meet them. 2v2 on towards the side itself. And I'm sure rigoN's going to rotate over sooner rather than later. And they're going to come out towards long. Orp posted. They might not clear juanflatroo here. It's a bit of an off angle. There's the first. juanflatroo. Swing on the left. He's covered. And Kamion doubles down. Hang on a second. This round looks so good for Guild. And it's now falling apart. The Orp's posted in the right position. DJ holding and finding 2. 4-0 star for PERA. And what a recovery. Kamion with a sumptuous and super important double.
Man alive. There are some real bailout moments here from PERA. You know, massive fights going down, but they are coming out on top of them. That was a good start for Guild. Found the first frag. You know, they were in a great spot. And PERA able to recover these rounds. And like I say, the crunch moments, as I like to call them, looking good. Early utility raining on in. Nobody taking an aggressive fight. So a slower start into this one. Nice little chunk onto MSN.
Already. Guild. Another 4 spy coming through as well. Traditionally, you'd expect kind of a little bit of half by here, by in the next, but Guild are so happy to be forcing in, and does worry you a tad. Haven't been too, I guess, clean on the old 4 spies. Haven't converted too many of them just yet so far this series. We need to work with them. PERA haven't really done all too much. Nice nade.
Decent. Where is the follow-up, though, from both teams, right? We're as yet to see a frag or even a proper engage go down. Maybe Aaron is about to change that. Oh, nearly gets the timing in. Going to go aggressive. And juanflatroo was not expecting that at all. sinnopsyy with the MP9 trying to close down Aaron, and he does so. Aggression, matching aggression. However, Aaron has drawn all of the Guild Eagles' attention, man. They bail off of A. A little bit of presence in from MSN as well. They both do their part perfectly. I'm going to go down on A, and a long-winded retake now for Guild.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. Seriously tough. I'm not expecting a whole lot here, and definitely not anymore. sinnopsyy falls. Swing from Kamion. He's so confident, young Kamion, right now. And DGL spotted the last rotating away. sinnopsyy just calling for a save. He's found 3 kills. Would have needed the ace to win it out, but unfortunately, that's definitely asking way too much. Another 4 spy not going the way of Guild. And PERA pulling away now. This is getting very worrying indeed. A 5-0 star on the T side of Ancient. Not a dream position of your Guild. I wouldn't mind a pause coming in sooner rather than later. Bring Devil walking towards the conversation. This is where he needs to kind of earn his keep, and well, they're going to do exactly that, thankfully. I think the sack pause is so needed for the Guild side. They're all over the place. Nothing's working in the way that they would hope, and a very scrappy playstyle. PERA are matching them at it. And well, beating them right now as well. It's really worrying.
Yeah, it's really not good, and I think you make a very good point there that it is kind of that match. Similar styles. We said there would be a clash. And thus far, it is PERA coming out on top of that clash, which is definitely interesting. You know, thought it would be way more of a battle here, but not the case. So, yeah. Worrying, interesting, curious. Difficult to know what's going to go down here. But after a timeout, maybe Guild can turn things around. This buy is not perfect. It's also a pretty good starting point.
Well, in the flames, Aaron gets 2 there. The spray control somehow netting a second. Aaron continues to impress, man. juanflatroo will scoop up the AK. MSN, the lucky man to still be alive. A re-smoking towards elbow will keep control of mid in the favor of Guild, but no one's towards A. So Kamion's going to get all of this space for free, and it's actually a ruse as well, it seems. Bomb
Maybe
still
just
committed
maybe.
B.
Oh, yeah, it's another sort of fake out. One sticking around, might be able to catch Kamion. Did he hear a footstep there? He seems pretty certain. Ah, he's seen a shadow now, so yeah, he's definitely certain. Pre-fire is easy. And PERA don't really have any presence anywhere else on the map, so a weird kind of move, it has to be said.
Yeah. This is a considerably odd one, has to be said. In a 3 versus 3, and you can just see Guild Eagles, they're so confused. You know, they've gone back over towards A, see nothing, and now they're rotating back in the direction of B. It's a scout to try and hold the play, though. I mean, GXX, hasn't got off the board yet. Now would be a perfect time to find some form. MSN's going to go for a smoke, so more or less, GXX should be pretty minimal what he can do here. 10 seconds, got to get that bomb down.
Yeah, not the best kind of look here. They will manage to get the bomb down, however. No real resistance from Guild just yet, but a lot of damage done and now followed up upon. Porya, we're looking at him to do a lot of the work here. He's going to clear out an angle towards Cave, try and get some info in. Oh, juanflatroo with the team kill. Could make all the difference. Porya, they will line up for him a little bit here. He just can't connect the bullets. Needed a quick headshot there to isolate those fights. Not going to happen, and Guild finally find their first.
Yeah, I honestly think PERA overcomplicated that situation quite considerably. You know, you saw Kamion lurking out towards the A site. The second he takes any sort of fight, they should immediately be popping on towards B. But you could see kind of half the team rotated over with Kamion, and then 2 stayed over towards ramp, but there was no commitment anywhere. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. I think for me, they made that so much more difficult than it probably needed to be. Gave Guild an opportunity in a bit of that carnage and the chaos. See it in their favor. So first one on the board. It's a sigh of relief, I think, of your Guild as well. Off the back of the pause, too. They're going to go quick here. Oh, DGL. That is so damn quick from him individually.
Pretty nasty. A real message once again from PERA that they're able to work their way back into a round so very quickly. However, weird play through the smoke. juanflatroo still is alive, but has to go nuclear. Double kill for him. This makes things interesting. Porya left very, very low. 1 bullet is all that it will take. Kamion can't stop the defuse, can't find it. Flash going round, but it ain't fast enough. They've got a kit on that bomb. And, man, maybe a bit of panic. They just got caught out of position there in the 2 versus 2.
Yeah, it's tough. It really is. I think safe to say that, again, a little bit of a weird setup kind of came through from PERA in terms of that post plan. It actually let them down a little bit. The pop on towards the site was good. They just don't hold the smoke, and they allow juanflatroo to come alive a little bit. Well played to him. Nicely done. He's the only one kind of consistently stepping up over towards Guild Eagles. 12 and 6. He finds himself 149 ADR. Topping the server right now. And then when you consider, you got sinnopsyy, who's arguably one of the most important men over towards Guild Eagles. 0 and 7. So, unfortunately, not consistent across the board just yet for the Guild Eagles. But at the very least, 2 rounds in a row, there's a conversation to be had. Very important round to come through here as well. Big swing round, we like to call these. Both sides have nothing really left in terms of that long-term economy. Win this out for PERA. It's a great opportunity for them to further this lead. If Guild take it, however, they can close that gap quite considerably. Go within, essentially reaching distance within 1 of the PERA guys, which would be pretty damn huge. Oh, Porya, slight gap on the left-hand side of the elbow smoke, and he punishes rigoN.
Pretty nasty. Again, PERA looking to get the response quickly and shut down any form of a guild comeback. 5-0, you know, it's a great scoreline to have. And wonderful starting point. So just sort of keep that kind of a lead, I guess. 5 rounds would be nice. But we'll see. We'll see. That means 5 in a row now for them, I suppose. Would be the next ask. GXX opens. Oh, and he does land 2 for 1 there. Frag doesn't happen, but he certainly sets him up. And Mr. sinnopsyy will knock them down. Quick third for Guild, despite losing the first.
Yeah. Nice. Nicely done as well. I think it's such an important round for Guild to be taken. Like we said, winning that gives them the opportunity, a kind of a second to follow pretty comfortably. So they should go within 1. PERA started so well, so dominantly. It looked like they were going to run away with the T side. Now they're being made to work for each and every round, and 3 in a row from Guild. This is where Guild do their best work. If they can snowball, gotta be concerned. Nice nades come over. Kamion and MSN taking huge tags there. Elbow smoke as well is pretty good. Kamion will fall. rigoN, pretty crisp. That's the A anchor.
sinnopsyy takes a swing out from slant, wins out a clean fight. juanflatroo for a double kill outside of cave. Easy does it for Guild. Gap close coming fast. Looking pretty good. PERA have hit the wall, so to speak. Maybe a timeout for them. You know, they really got to respect Guild here and respect how well they can play with the momentum. Something that we've talked about an awful lot with Guild. Very emotional team, very confidence-based kind of team, and that is starting to build now. So worrying a little bit for PERA, particularly if they can't get this one on the board. You know, they might end up dropping what was a really solid lead.
That's it. That is it. I think they're going to come through. Miss shot there with the orb, and DGL is a lucky man to still be alive. Double nade set up. sinnopsyy and GXX. Lovely entry for them. That's great mid control early there. And sinnopsyy might get a crack here as well through the flames. Oh, and the spray held down, and MSN just runs into his own death.
Aaron hears all this right now. Knows that they've pushed in. Trying to find a timing. Ooh, spots one moving out towards elbow. This could be big, though, this push, for sure. Gonna catch sinnopsyy reloading. rigoN does manage to get another kill, and Juan with the trade out. So, yeah, the hopes of getting back into the round, unfortunately, thwarted. Another decisive showing from Guild, though. And no bomb plant for PERA means that they'll probably have to concede this. You know, half-buy will come round, but don't expect too much from it.
Yeah, no, spot on. It's got to be said, this has been... It's been hard fought. I think for PERA, they've really kind of let the ball slip here. From a 5-0 start to 5-all for Guild. That pause called by devilwalk. Genius. Look how he's turned the tides here. What he did to rally the troops has worked absolute wonders. And juanflatroo going to jump smoke towards double door. That'll stop any sort of control there. sinnopsyy spraying through said smoke, and spotting just the solo Tech 9. Little do you know that they're all grouped up behind it.
Juan waiting patiently for an opportunity to take these players. I think he will indeed get it. They're going to push in once again. A very similar sort of move here from Guild. Spamming away. Finding... Okay, just a couple this time around. And, you know, pistols are out. Ammo is indeed an issue. A missed shot from GXX as the gap is going to close there. Can't win out against another, but rigoN comes in at the perfect time. GXX did his job, right? Bought some time. Close for PERA. Very close, to be fair to them. No cigar in the end. And now we look... Well, 6-6 or a 7-5. I mean, all the same, it's a hell of a recovery here from Guild.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. This is, it's so considerably well done from the Guild side. I mean, mentally, you got to imagine what they were like at an 0-5 position, thinking that potentially this Pro League spot had slipped from within their grasp. Now it's looking the way. PERA letting this entire one slip away from him. DGL taking all the damage through the flames. Able to find the first. sinnopsyy blocked, and he makes it a double. Oh, it's been a long time since we've seen PERA in the action, but it looks like they want to tie this one at the half before it ends. Much better from them.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a little bit of a shame, I think, towards the end of this half in particular. Their economy destabilized, you know? So they just weren't really able to change things up. Nice pickup from rigoN. So we're not quite over just yet, of course. There is still juanflatroo on that B-bomb site. rigoN's got a decent read here for the rotation. He's actually going to look more towards middle. I thought he was hightailing it to B. He will be now, of course, but not before the site drops. The bomb gets planted. Still, they will obviously go for this. Nice Molotov. Nade. Spray downs are clean. It's falling apart. It's all on MSN. He's so low. 20 HP. Giddy for the fight, but rigoN just taps him down with the final couple of bullets, and it will be a 7-5. rigoN, a little bit of disrespect for the lead at the turn of the half. Very, very clean stuff there. 5 in a row from PERA, and then 7 in a row from Guild. Second half heating up. You don't want to miss it.
Bloodstained flag. Open road and nomadic plans. In a quiet town. Body
making magic when they need it most.
Welcome back to the second half between Guild Eagles and PERA Esports on Ancients. A really interesting first half. 5 in a row for PERA, 7 in a row for Guild. Kind of speaks for itself. Guild with a really solid recovery there. Took a timeout, and apparently that's all they needed. So, second half, more of the same. We'll see. DGL at the back end of Big Box here. finding the first head. They're very, very ready for this A hit, you know. Porya with the double kill. Kamion moving around with the dualies to mow them all down. A flawless pistol from PERA. And you can see there's a bit of back and forth. The aggressive boys on the server certainly trying to get inside each other's heads.
Yeah, I mean, you know, rigoN on a little bit at the tail end of that first half and could answer back with some of their own. Flawless pistol. I mean, it's now 2 for 2 in pistols for PERA, but not always everything is cracked up to be. guild went 2 for 2 on Mirage and still lost out that map 13 to 11. Gun rounds are most important. Consistency is important. That's where PERA were anything slipping towards that first. They've gone for a force. They rushed down towards B. It's a massacre. And a sea of blue as well. Only the one casualty. rigoN gets just a consolation kill. A very quick round done in about just shy of 15 seconds. 7-all. Well, tied square in a matter of moments. And a force buy by guild. Again, of course, gives PERA a prime opportunity just to reclaim a stake in that lead.
Yeah, looking good. Looking very, very good indeed. I think we, once again, are going to have a game on our hands. Bit of utility brought up here by guild. Interested to see what they've got planned for it. Straight down middle goes DGL. Oh, he was thinking about swinging around that corner. He's going to do it. Oh, and he catches sinnopsyy off guard. So there you are. First frag coming round. Decent bit of nade damage here. Some nice flashes to boot. Really clean stuff. However, any kills for guild are going to be good. They've got a couple so far. Nearly in for one more. I think rigoN will be no longer in just a moment. Great flash over the top. So, lead regained by PERA quite swiftly. The buy will come in from Guild Eagles. This is often where we see them turn things around, but they're going to have to do so fast. You know, there's not a lot of rounds remaining in this game.
Yeah, it's got to be said. I think on the other side, you look at guild and these forces that they're going for, you know, pretty minimal success. Do worry me, especially when there's not a lot in this game. They need Ancient if they want a conversation about a Pro League spot. They want to look towards that Anubis. PERA win out this round, and they're going to be so damn close to that spot. And spamming to no avail. You see two playing through double doors with the bomb. And the other three were testing mid early there. Aaron on the swing doesn't spot anything. Might re-peek here as well. Ram's good. Swing. Not good enough. juanflatroo finds one, but MSL will answer back.
All right, a little bit interesting. Oh, yeah. Creeping out. Oh, he loses his fight. Will get traded. It's over towards B, though, for the main brunt of the attack. Again, nobody finding multi-frags. There's our first untraded. DGL, quick rotation around. A flash off towards A. Ooh, and thinks he's got him in the palm of his hand as he fakes it out. But no, he's wrong. Bomb is going to go down, and with that, I think he will take the save too far away to get anything done. Guild Eagles on the board.
Yeah, I think you've got to just save here. Unfortunately, I don't really think you can do sort of anything else in this situation. I mean, giving it a go would be a nice idea, but retaking an AWP, it's never going to happen, is it? Maybe an exit could be a bit of a positive. I think primarily, when you look at kind of this sort of round at the tail end for DGL, priority to keeping all the AWP. They have money, but trying to make sure that porya probably has something to be dropped over to him. Might be given a fight, maybe here. sinnopsyy looking in, and yeah, he'll get picked off. Only the one staying alive for Guild, but most importantly, I guess you can say, is just the fact that Guild are going to tie this game up once again. Absolutely getting a series there. You know, map number one went the full distance in regulation, and this one has kind of got the same written all over it. These two sides, kind of an overall perspective, pretty inseparable. We just know that traditionally what we've seen so far from both Mirage and, of course, the first half of Ancient has been very kind of snowballing in terms of the performances. sinnopsyy going to play out for that Molotov. Breaking the smoke, but it's MP9 up close of porya for the first. Such an important kill.
rigoN boosted up. porya, not ready for it, but he pulls off that idea of going round the corner. Aaron looks set to be the first line of defense over here. However, it's porya that meets the ferocity of the Guild Eagles. Aaron, a difficult spray down for him. Definitely not over just yet. MSN could get in here. He's not around super fast is the key thing though now, right? There is a kit somewhere around, you know, but he doesn't have a lot of time to play with. Isolating these fights will be tough. Scenario is awfully low. Does go down easily enough there. Smoke and a nade picked up. What's he going to do with those? Oh, GXX shows himself. Lands the shot, but it's not enough. Smoke, nade, and a 10-second hold. I mean, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? GXX makes his presence known, and MSN has to get off the bomb because he's so unhealthy. There goes 10 seconds. Nothing that can be done. Oh, they both run out of ammo, and MSN will find the kill, but Guild don't care. They're up to 9.
And he dies as well. Can't even stay alive. So Guild, important. Find a 9th. Stay alive by the skin of their teeth, but also most importantly, break that economy of PERA. No funds in the back pockets, of course. Mean for that for PERA. This round's a bit of a throwaway. Guild should get up to double digits first. About too much of a pressure. But they're going to have a little bit of conversation before we get to that point. Devilwalk join the fray. See what he can do to, I guess, just alleviate a lot of the pressure on the shoulders of Guild. When you look at how this game has panned out over the bulk of the last few rounds, you see PERA win 3 of them, where Guild have taken 9 out of the last 12 rounds. So all of kind of the headwind and the momentum, it's all in the favor of Guild right now. And I think the big thing is just making sure that they keep that in their favor. Don't allow PERA any sort of an opportunity back in towards this game, or any sort of an inkling that they maybe can close this in 2. Anubis is where Guild have got their eyes set, but I think when this game's as close as this, they've got to take a round at a time. And that's probably what Devilwalk's doing. We already know that Guild Eagles are a very emotional side. Just calm them down. Make sure they play their game. Doing everything right so far. Don't slip up. We know they've had those struggles in the past. Ollie comes around the corner. Stanley can take a lot of control here. Nobody ready to meet him. Just take a dink, however. Thankfully has the support. It's a massacre through excavation. No kills the other way of the PERA side here. They might not expect Aaron, but I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference.
Yeah, just as he was expecting them, you know, to come barreling on in, not checking their angles all that cleanly, they sort of pull off for a second. GXX will reapproach and get his eco ace. Guild Eagles up to double digits. PERA were hot on the heels for a second, but Guild might just have found the groove here. Still so very close. Economy not quite built up for Guild. It's getting tight. It's getting tight, man. This is a big, big round here. I think if Guild are able to take this, especially if they take it, you know, cleanly, not losing too many players themselves, then potentially we start to think about a third, but PERA is still in the conversation.
This game, though, very good if you're a Guild Eagles fan. They all feel like they're in control. In the corner. Aaron met with one of his own as well. Might be in a bit of trouble here. Catches Tenery. Asleep at the wheel, it seems. Naded hand. Tenery falls. The opening double go the way of the CT side. Maybe there's a game to be had here, but sinnopsy's making other conversations.
MSN onto the USP. Not really the ideal weapon for him, but lands a clean headshot. Just stay cool. Taking the fights. Kamion closes the gap. sinnopsyy is low. MSN's going to do it all. 4-piece for him. 2 on the USP. Alrighty then.
What were you saying about the pistol?
Coming alive when it matters most. Yeah, he's crazy.
PERA. Very important 9th. Just keeping their story alive as well. The rounds have been pretty inconsistent for them for a while, since the start of this game, but bit by bit, clinging on. Oh, the skin of their teeth staying in this game. Making sure the Guild Eagles can't run away with this T side. That is the important thing. Big round as well. Big opportunity. Big swing potential here. Whoever takes this, this feels like probably the most important round we've played so far. This map, maybe in the series. Winning this feels like you get the map as well. If Guild take it, they're so close to the finish line. If PERA take it, all the momentum flips on towards their side as well. This is such a crucial swing round in round number 20. I think Guild understand that, hence why they've slowed it down. rigoN's taking early damage. They don't want to lose that man advantage too early.
quiet round, all things considered here. Kamion on the crack spot. Just jiggling for info. MSN. Oh, risky. It's a timing peak, this one, man. Like, one moment there's no one there. The next, there's a guy ready and waiting. So you got to be careful. And MSN is left low, as you can see. Oh, a bit of miscomm as well. MSN maybe not saying that he's dropped the angle. Porya gets caught completely out in the open. They get mowed down on B. A big response from Guild.
For now, PERA, keep those 2 rifles alive. Such an important round that Guild are taking it, but not only taking it flawlessly too. I mean, maybe Kamion gets a consolation or 2 on the tail end, but if he doesn't save either, then they're in a lot of trouble. And sinnopsyy's got the right idea. I don't know. I'm assuming he probably will. DGL's going to find one. sinnopsyy surely checks this as well. He does. He will fall. Smoke going to come down as well. Aptly timed here as well. juanflatroo, I think he was tempted to do something behind it. In the end, that will be that. Only Kamion stays alive. He does get an AK at the end as well. So a silver lining to be had, but so important that Guild are taking that. They're now 2 rounds ahead, 2 rounds away from pushing us towards a map number 3 decider. They're going to call a timeout as well before going into, once again, a similar story that we said in the last timeout. Just calm everybody down. If you're Devil Walk, everything's going to plan right now. They're playing good Counter-Strike. Just make sure they don't let it slip. We've seen already, even towards yesterday's semi-final, a couple of times where things were not great. I mean, against alternate attacks as well. 12-8 up they were on Mirage, and then on Overpass, may I say, and that one slipped out and they ended up losing it in OT. Don't want to repeat. They've been in this position where they've got to lead. They're so close to the finish line, but they let it slip in OT. That's the last thing the Skilled Eagles side want. At the moment, I think they're feeling fine. It's going to be a low buy around the AK. It's 1 AK to work with for Kamion, and everyone else is going to go for considerably lesser investments. Kamion's got to do a masterful job here in towards this round without any sort of chance.
Oof. MSN tapping away. Does get some decent information for Kamion and the AK to consider. But I think Guild are a little skeptical, you know. They find that first frag. They don't want to go moving into what could be a stack or indeed the AK. So rigoN's going to go digging by himself. And, well, there it is. You know, he goes down. B-bomb site has cleared up. So it's probably just going to be a double save of the guns here. Round itself. Surely not for PERA. Guild, therefore, will move up to 12. And as said, that sort of all-important swing round, Guild were able to take it and netting themselves a solid lead now. Feels like we're in for a third.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Good position to be in. Quiet end here as well. sinnopsyy feels like he's got an idea here. sinnopsyy cleared left, but died into the last round. This time. No. Neither center nor sinnopsyy clear properly. Kamion dance with the devil a little bit. Aaron tickling the flames as well. I think both of them will be okay to survive here. Maybe not Kamion. Oh, the CT guy was wrapping up against it. GXX Shadow spotted. And Kamion panicked at the Shadow. I'm going to drop him. Map point for Guild on their opponent's map pick. 13-9 is what PERA beat Guild on in the best of ones. Guild look like they're about to flip the script here. Do the exact same, but in reverse. Can PERA do anything to change that? DGL back in towards that AWP. Now AWP in play for GXX to the side, but he's doing absolutely fine with the rifles. Kamion met with an 8 down mid. sinnopsyy is too.
MSN just spamming away. He was actually pretty close to some damage there. Aaron got to be careful here. juanflatroo is looking to get cheeky. Who is up there? You know? that spam's a little weird. I don't know if he's thinking about some kind of... Who is up there, my guy? You know? Like, who is... He's thinking about a boost. I don't know. Maybe it makes some kind of weird noise or something, but he gets a frag off of his crazy spams. Eventually, a peek comes his way, and he does get a clean frag. DGL joining him on the scoreboard. 5 versus 3 very quickly.
Well, at the very least. Goes considerably quiet. GXX will pounce. Aptly timed as well. Onto a very important person, that of Aaron. Crucial in Mirage. It's been quite crucial in Ancient. sinnopsyy slipped the net as well. Bombs rotating over towards A. And sinnopsy's getting a lot of free real estate here. They might not expect him this close. I don't think Kamion will. Oh, it doesn't matter though. Kamion gets 2, and he's given the opportunity to reload as well. DGL at range spots him off, and PERA survive a scare. They stay alive in the map. Still have an opportunity, but they are playing for OT. So damn well played by Kamion there. Getting 2 fights isolated. And the question, of course, when you look at Guild, I mean, in terms of full buy here or next, they're going to go for now or never. PERA win this round specifically. Deny a bomb plant. Guild aren't going to have a lot of money in towards round number 24, the final in regulation. Gives the opportunity at OT. Great nades to start at 2.
Oh, I'm worried about this, man. A straight up kind of B hit by the looks of things. Another nade. Doesn't take as big of a chunk, but just going to continue softening up T side. Oh, and they were ready for the boost as well. GXX on the AWP gets taken down. I think he actually landed his shot, but MSN survives it. Kamion in a great spot here. Getting the timing, checking his angles. Are they coming towards him? Unsure. They have crossed him, in fact. Aaron, meanwhile, on this jiggle peak. But like I say, Kamion, it could be massive if he gets the timing right. He's just been hiding his time for so long. Double, nearly the triple, but it may as well be. 2 remain, and they're both 1 bullet. Down goes the first. rigoN all alone. Desperate for some frags, but nothing going to come his way. PERA have found the second win right when they need it most.
My, oh my. OT, a possibility. On the cards, at least in some regard, but I think for Guild, they can be kicking themselves. We already said, yes, they get ultimate attacks. 12-8 up, let it slip, went to OT, lost it on OT. I'm already getting flashbacks of that here. Just pistols to work with. Tech 9 to try and stay alive. Kamion under pressure, running away to save his life. But sinnopsyy around the corner. Running and gun and taken to his truest form.
Okay, this is a little wild now, isn't it? And we've had a lull in the action for just a moment, but as the bomb goes down, it will pick back up. DGL, big frag. Gives them an opportunity to get in here and just, you know, keeping all these players locked in on the site. Gets himself a massive couple of rounds for DGL here. Very important frags. 3 remain. Now just 2. DGL is not missing. Surely has to go down eventually. GXX is in behind. He's got 1 locked in. He probably needs a bit more than that, unfortunately. We'll see. Tech 9 is not going to be able to do enough. Canary to try and stop it. A beautiful frag through the smoke, but it isn't going to stop them. 12-12. Overtime here on Ancient. PERA bringing it back.
Honestly, such a deserved OT as well. Those last few rounds really well played. And even in that one specifically, when Guild step up the tempo considerably, so quickly in towards mid, Kamion gets caught, you're thinking, this is where Guild can do their best work. But no. And again, like we said, flashbacks that semi-final yesterday, Guild, the inability to close out the map when it's under their control. PERA, confidence got to be feeling very high over in that CT side camp. That's what they'll start as well, heading in towards OT. So a real nice position for them to be in. I think it goes without saying. You've got Guild who have let this one slip in probably that sort of fashion. Their mental might start to get affected ever so slightly. DGL really well played that last round as well. Of course, only against the pistols, but The kills he gets are so impactful for giving him that space back in towards the site for a retake. Man, so well done. Unfortunately, as we head in towards OT, we're met with a pretty quick tech pause. Hopefully it gets eliminated ASAP, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously want to make sure that everything is all good. We've just had word through that it shouldn't be too much longer, so that is nice. But yeah, it happens. And look, man, it's been a long series. You know, there are tech pauses, and sometimes there are more human tech pauses. Let's say when you do need to get away for a moment. You've not had chance in between the maps, but either way, I think we should be back in the Counter-Strike pretty quickly here, folks.
Yeah, I think we've been given the update. It should be actually only pretty quick, like 30 seconds or so. Thankfully, we can get things back on the way in just a moment. I think most people seem to be kind of moving in some regard. I'm assuming, we always assume, and it's never always correct, so don't take our word as gospel that's over on that CT side, as they were late to the bite. But now they start to invest, and now the tech pause has been called off. So, overtime about to begin here. PERA have brought it back miraculously. And now looking to see what they can do towards OT. Confidence feeling good for them. Momentum arguably in their favor. Can they now utilize it? Heading in towards this overtime here for Guild. Just got to forget these last few rounds that I've slipped away from them.
All right, let's see. MSN going to be taken down a little low. Not the worst. A scary kind of move here for both teams, in all honesty. Pressure down ramp. Oh, a missed shot, but MSN is there to bail them out. Porya, meanwhile, in towards middle, has to be very careful. Just gathering the info. Wow, they're going to go through. Another missed shot from DGL, but Aaron, this man's Sherpa right now, just keeping him alive. 4 versus 3. Where did Guild go? They get a bit of mid-control. Can't really do too much with it. Kamion, meanwhile, is close to the action on A. Ready for this hit to come in. Molotov. Just going to move back. Here's a lot of presence in the cube area. Hidden away. Lovely little angle. Taking another name. Eventually dealt with. But a man advantage as the bomb goes down. DGL here quite quick with the AWP to try and find another. Nothing presenting. It's information at the very least. GXX goes down and DGL not expected so fast. PERA will find the first in overtime.
Yeah, nice done. DGL technically actually could have even denied the bomb plant there as well. I don't think he realized how much free real estate he was going to be given coming out through Temple, just because they didn't expect him on timing to be there so quickly. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. Wins the round. Nice shot with the final bullet in the mag as well, so credit to him. 13-12. That first on the board in tours of OT really allows you to breathe a nice sigh of relief, it has to be said. Oh, guys, though, when you're in OT, let's refrain from knifing each other in the back. DJ are going to take a tag there. I guess it doesn't really make too much of a difference overall, but see whether it has any long-term effects. Thankfully, he is the AWPer. Ildo struggling. They've been really tested on A site, but unsuccessful in the post plant, it seems. Oh, nice pick.
Oh, lovely from GXX, man. He's been a little quiet in the final few rounds of regulation. So good to see him maybe get back into things here. MSN. Oh my, gotta be careful. Here's the boost up. Spots him. Was maybe looking for a bit more. Flash comes round and that nets him a double kill. He will eventually, well, very quickly fall. In fact, Kamion at middle is the big kill. What do we do now if we're PERA? They're panic rotating towards A. It's kind of the incorrect call. The bomb's still pretty confident on B. Yes? Yes. Okay. Rotations will be back round, but they're smoked off now. You know what I mean? It's a 2v3 with a lack of positional advantage here. Not liking the way it looks.
Made for the smoke to break it. Bomb gonna go down, swing in the corner. Aaron gets a trade, but he himself will fall. So Guild leveling the playing field, 13 apiece. Fan around here in the first half of OT. Whoever takes that advantage, just going to be feeling ever so slightly more comfortable as the sides flip. But for PERA, it's unfortunate. I think, DGO, when he gets picked off early there by GXX, it just gives Guild Eagles a little bit of that space to work with, coming out on towards kind of doors and brackets and the rest. There, favor.
We'll see here. Moving their way forwards. Kamion trying his best to hold the line at this point. 5 versus 4. Oh, Kamion, though, only good for the one. It's not quite going to be enough, unfortunately. But we'll see here. A slow upswing, I feel, from the side of Guild. They've got that advantage. They've got plenty of space to work with.
DGL. Holden. Nothing offering up, though. All going to go a little quiet as GXX finds MSN. Feels like he might look the round in his favor. Unless Aaron pulls off something incredible here. He is the last bastion towards B. There's one. Nearly second as well. Finds that second. Oh, hello, GXXs. We've got a conversation to be had here.
Yeah, it's possible. 35 seconds left on the clock bomb as yet to make its way in. A lot of utility, but not enough to really deal with DGL. There goes the healthy player. Oh, and the Molotov. Maybe. GXX low. Caught out in the open, and DGL with a big 1v2 to give PERA the lead as they flip over the half. What a run of rounds this guy is having, man. The impact step up, tail end of regulation, big round. Kept on fragging on like 3 HP, I think, to find 4 in total on a retake. Really crazy stuff, and a big 1v2 there, of course. So, PERA with the lead. I don't know which way this one's going to swing now.
That's seriously well done, though. I mean, all that credit has to be given there. My God. What a round coming out from DGL. I mean, got to be said, Aaron playing through ramp there has done so well. Get one. Dink on towards the second. I mean, he made a real conversation. And then DGL mops up. He's been so reliable time upon time in those clutch situations. You know, overall, not exactly running away in the fragging department, but in those last-minute moments when they need someone to step up, that's where he finds the form. But he will die to the flames. He got dinked to the smoke as well. So off the highs of the highs, the lows of the lows of dying without even seeing a man.
Ooh, Scenario also, I think, falling to a similar-ish fate in the end. He obviously won his fight, but yeah, dying through a smoke or dying to someone you can't see is not very nice. So we'll see here. 4v4. PERA not been on the attacking side for a long time, so what do they do in a situation like this one? Tough to work it out, I would say. Plenty of time to do so, though.
Kamion. Just playing up towards Shelf here. Checks in towards left, but juanflatroo is posted right. So, that'll give the numbers in favor of Guild. Porya needs to avoid that AWP. He makes his way over towards Shelf. I was going to say, he might be in trouble. He might get timing here. MSN, going to find one. Swings in for a second. juanflatroo will trade. Keeping the dream alive here. Mr. Juan, he's looking for more, and he'll get it. juanflatroo single-handedly shutting down PERA in this round. Guild on track to tie it up once again. juanflatroo, he's hungry for more. Will he get it? The answer is yes, of course he does. Well played, juanflatroo. 4 kills to his name and a 14th on the board for Guild. So we go again. Questions now, of course, arise. Who will close the 16 to 14? Or do we go towards another OT?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's 2 in a row required from either team, which is something that, you know, has eluded them in the overtime. So be interesting to see if that becomes the case here again. Early utility doing some decent damage onto the PERA boys, keeping them at bay as well. No chance at middle thus far.
Well, as to be said, this game feels like it can swing either way. Running towards as well the penultimate round of OT. It does go markedly quiet. Really see it for PERA. I think they've learned their lesson from stepping on that tempo, just being caught off guard. In terms of these kind of raw 50-50s, maybe you give guild the edge there. He's showing why. DJ will sneak his way forward here. Smoke going to get broken. DJ going to find one, but he gets traded by GXX. Nicely done.
rigoN's taking a lot of damage. Oh, the nade. Yep, gets it done. Took a while to get there. Molotov's a little bit messy. sinnopsyy, meanwhile, going kind of crazy. They're not expecting him here at all. Nearly gets two very big kills there. GXX in on the AWP, creeping around. He has maybe been spotted there on the minimap. For sure. Just before the smoke blooms. We'll find a big frag on juanflatroo. That's definitely going to be the round over. GXX, you know, you don't really save in the overtimes, but grab an AWP, get out of there. I don't know, it's not a bad option. He's not crept in as well as he thought he did. Porya takes his head clean off. Second overtime secured, and victory looming now for PERA. Pro League spots on the line.
My God. PERA 1 round away. Making their way to ESL Pro League Season 19. I don't think many people would have said that coming in towards this tournament, but my God, we all believe it now. The way they are playing. So damn deserved, dude. Muto coming through in towards mid. Not actually taking too much early control here, the T side. They're actually going to maybe reluctantly give it up towards Guild Eagles. Elbow smoke that comes through. juanflatroo actually going to take excavation here as well. The spam is good as it catches MSM, but sinnopsyy takes some significant tags himself.
Yeah, just the old tip for tap. MSN creeping out towards mid. Maybe that is an area within which PERA will look to find control. I think with this utility and the bodies that they have around, it is going to be the case. No, not quite yet. Anyway, there's no one there. No one there for Guild. They've got 4 on B.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Maybe it was just for utility. GXX gets a smoke down. An aggressive push from rigoN goes south. They will stick with the 4 on B. But now, of course, 1 in the bin. So, difficult read at the moment for Guild. sinnopsyy holds for 1. Whoa, Molotov's a little awkward, but they will trade him out. Solid advantage here moving into the B-bomb side itself. juanflatroo catches a lagging DGL. And maybe we are back on. Aaron's very, very low. Bomb has yet to be planted. Aaron goes down on a swing as Juan was ready for the fight. The AWP misses the shot, but sinnopsyy saves the day. It's all on to Kamion to close it out here and now. First comes his way. He's low on ammo. Don't fancy his chances, and neither does Juan. 15-15, another overtime required.
Yeah, and deserved as well. Actually, really well played again from juanflatroo. Continuing to be such a menace, man. Time and time again. Just when you think, for a mere moment, that Guild are out of this, juanflatroo claws this team back into the game. 31 kills he finds himself on at the moment. And I think it's sort of, you know, necessary. You've got sinnopsyy is arguably one of the most important players on towards Guild who's just seriously struggling. You know, we're 30 rounds played now and still in single-digit kills. It's tough, especially for someone who's meant to be one of the more impactful fraggers on this team. My God, it has been a stalwart performance from juanflatroo. I mean, GXX is at his moments as well with that AWP, especially because DGL keeps stepping up in the clutches. Having someone like GXX than I am having that consistently, it's big. But all that matters now. And into another overtime. We go again. 15 all this time. Guild Eagles will start on that CT side. Arguably the advantage as well on this map. Coming in towards this, I wouldn't say momentum's kind of swinging either way. It still feels so even off the back of that OT. At least coming in towards overtime, you can make that argument that because PERA had clawed it back in their favor 3-4 rounds in a row at the end, that they had the kind of the headwind. I don't think either team has at the moment. Inseparable, I think, is the word to describe them. We do have attack pause, unfortunately. I'm assuming on the side of Guild, there's nobody's ball.
Yeah, you would indeed think so. Again, taking a bit of time. Sounds like we're all good, though. The ticks coming in. One day, we'll be able to remove that tick sound. You can get rid of everything else. You know, the chat, the HUD itself. But for some reason, the tick sound of the chat, you just can't get rid of. So, certainly curious. You know, usually I think where it is at the minute, you don't notice it on the higher end stream because they play like that cool background music.
Yeah.
And it's enough to cover it. But when we're being chilling down here in the qualifiers from time to time, you know, you get the little tick noise. All right. juanflatroo. First line of defense, going to get Molotoved off. It's a really nice molly, actually, because, you know, they have been playing quite aggressive in that Jag area.
Jesus.
And you can see, man, like, he just flashes himself in at the tail end of the Molotov for about 40 free damage. All in vain, you know, nothing comes in. sinnopsyy also going to get taken low.
A lot of damage dealt earlier. Guild Eagle's going to be slightly reeling. The flash misses. My God, actually flashes his teammate. And Aaron's going to fall. You're sleeping a little bit there. Open out. Oh, DGL so quick. Looks for more, but this shot, sinnopsyy doesn't get punished, but porya will.
It's a nice position for Kamion. Not sure what they'll be able to do with it from here, though, is the problem. Time going to tell on this one now. A slow move from PERA, 25 seconds. 2 players to get through on A in total. GXX, though, he goes digging. He will lose his life. rigoN misses the shot. Gap closed, bomb plant. Looks pretty good here. 3 versus 3. A quick swap of the AWP and a very quick move from rigoN to try and get some control back on that A-bomb site. Oh, God, it's a little bit of a mess. They're trading nades and all this sort of stuff, you know, making a lot of noise as they move around. Kamion finds the first, stares into the smoke, knows it's not a flash, staying cool, and they will absolutely ruin that retake.
Putting them back in their place there. PERA kick starting. That OT, or second OT, let me say, very well. So necessary as well. You've got to get that early start just to, we want to get kind of alleviate a lot of the pressures here. If you look at the PERA side now, if they can keep replicating those post plants, that's where we're going to look at them in a real confident outlet. All part in play once again, both ways. DGL starting to catch as well. That of GXX has been maybe having the slight pick at range between the two of them. You see a little bit more out of porya. He's meant to be one of the more important players on this PERA team. A little bit more out of him, and a conversation to be had once again. But credit to MSN, Kamion, Aaron, all been in a big way stepping up alongside their AWP. Big control taken here. porya leading the charge. Surely doesn't fly through the smoke here.
I mean, stranger things have happened, my dude. But no, it looks like we are going to be tame. Yeah, it really has, hasn't it? Slowed down. A lot of the energy has been sucked out of this game. There's still the odd wide swing here or there, but for the most part, it's really, really, really tepid now. A minute gone. You've got one player out towards mid, but they're waiting, you know? They're not getting as aggressive as they once were. DGL still finds the frag. I thought MSN crossing over his screen there threw away the only opportunity to find the arm there. Not going to be the case. porya creeping out. Good for 1 and 2. Probably won't be ready for this third. Oh, but GXX, he misses the shot. And again, everybody else has fallen, so I don't think it makes too much of a difference. He will eventually land it. His survival now under question.
Shadow spotted.
And an easy frag for DGL. Beautiful finish.
Yeah, well done. Well done for Porya. I said, if Porya can come alive, there's much more of a conversation to be had here, and he picks his moment perfectly. Coming through Red Room, just waiting outside of those steps. That second kill is sumptuous too. Catch in the head. Nice little one tap. And does a real chunk of damage on towards the Orba. Even if GXX was to find a kill there on that long player, so low, there's no chance of a retake. 17 to 15, the 2-round buffer. It's rare that we see one of these in OT. Aid comes through. Very limited damage, however. So Guild Eagles actually more or less get mid here for free. And now you've got a question about what the PERA do to reclaim some space, or do they use the fact that their opponents have got mid control to pounce somewhere else, maybe slightly on demand. Speaking on demand, no one's even remotely towards A.
Yeah, interesting. Guild getting maybe a little desperate, you think, towards the tail end of this? Trying something new, for sure, right? They're just trying to bring the freshness and hope that that's enough to net them at least one round on the CT side. However, PERA liking their chances on A, a lot of aggression at middle, scares them away from that B area, right? You can really rotate up quick. You can flank off quick, but I don't think they'll be expecting 3 to come from elbow, man. They were just a bit faster. They could catch the bomb. It still is there. No, he doesn't lag around the corner, so...
Hang on. Aaron's
not
not moving.
But it still looks massive, doesn't it? Molotov in the way. I'm not sure where that's come from, to be honest. Kamion goes down. The bomb just makes it round the corner. But this is such a hard flank to deal with now. They just have to wait patiently. Bomb bailing as they hear all the footsteps. Weird mid-round calls here from PERA. MSN, meanwhile, deep in towards B. Can't stay alive. Porya alone. The flank worked. You know, we don't see it find like a triple spray down, but it's enough.
No!
Oh!
There's
In
no time.
theory, only 10 seconds. He can't go B. He has to go A, and he has to just get the bomb out and hope for the plant. Surely sinnopsyy stops him here. We'll get the bomb plant in. sinnopsyy playing a bit nervous. Oh, there's just not enough time. Okay, masterfully calculated. I thought it looked like it said 4 on my screen, but maybe not on the server. Either way, quarter of a second in it, if that. Guild Eagles find number 16.
My God, that was so close. Maybe even a world in which maybe the jump sold him. Because he's not like he bunny hopped, right? So maybe even something as small as that. But, I mean, doesn't matter in the end. I think sinnopsyy probably, if there was a little bit more time, I think he obviously must have planned that to perfection because he was thinking about peeking and pulled off. I think if there was time, he probably would have swung on it. Nonetheless, it is going to be PERA with a slight lead heading in towards the CT side. 17 to 16. Slight is the operative word. It's only that one round, and it isn't all that pretty. Guild Eagles, T-side, traditionally, where they do a lot of their best work. Where Guild Eagles are one of the scarier sides that we have within kind of this sort of scene, this tier. I don't know all too well about this. Big control taken well here by PERA. Gonna fight for it from the onset. sinnopsyy. Looked like he was tempted to go through elbow there. Gonna double back and opt against it. Bomb not committed either way either. Left in spawn. Guild is gonna poke and prod. Test the water. See where they can find some gaps in this PERA armor. Oh, spam's close. Aaron does get a slight tag, but nothing too substantial. Oh, timing's awful there.
Yeah. Really nice from Juan. So a good start for Guild. It would be very, very nice for them to even things up. As soon as the half flips over, 2-man setup here in the cave. They're just really after a frag, and you can see the tiniest little things. Aaron going for the crouch jump because it is silent. You know, there is a bit of noise made by a regular jump, even if you do land on something. Nice find from Aaron. Juan will now move in for the trade, and, well, Aaron gets the double kill. That's a really big deal that he doesn't get traded out. DGL finding a kill from Cube on towards Guardian. Aaron stays in for another. Don't even need MSN, mate. You know what I mean? He's overkill. rigoN all alone. He will go overlooked here, or not? Kamion? Oh, sees just teasing us a little bit. Still finds the kill, however, draws him in. 18-16, big recovery there from PERA, and of course now 2 map points to work with.
And no tack pauses either for Guild. Pretty sure they've used all 3 now, so it's going to leave them having to go straight into the action. They can't bring Devil Walk into the conversation either. This is really scary times. The number 1 seeded team in this tournament, the favourites to go towards Pro League, and it might be about to slip from their grasp. PERA, what a stunner of a showing we've seen from them. Despite juanflatro's heroics, Aaron is putting up some of his own too. That round in particular, 3 kills to his name. Expertly done. Flash is great though. Aaron, oh, he doesn't pull the trigger. That's so well done, but he nearly gets caught.
Oh, porya, big frag. Really big
it.
frag, in fact. Going to set the tone, yeah. The recovery required. MSN does go down. Aaron, oh, maybe quick to join him. Yep. It's going to be DGL in on the site. Has to find this kill on Cave. Can't. Goes down. Okay, Guild looking set to stay alive then. The opening frag was indeed clean. The follow-up from juanflatroo is almost perfect. 37 kills, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, 38, mate. He is a man possessed. My God.
What a monster.
Just when you think as well that Guild Eagles are going to let this slip, just when you think it's about to fall, in every single instance, whether it's regulation, OT half 1, 2, or into OT number 2 as well, every single time juanflatroo keeps this team ticking. Looking towards 40 kills now. The final round. And the question comes again. OT3. PERA going to close this out 19-17. Only time will tell. DGL ticking in the flames. Going to fall away. Drops a Molotov of his own to keep them at bay. But he's met with a grenade. Which he just about avoids.
DGL. Trying to find the opening frag. Had such great impact towards the tail end of regulation into the first overtime as well. Maybe not being needed as much, but then we've not seen much out from the CT side of PERA. MSN playing with fire in there, dog. He's definitely been heard, and juanflatroo finishes him off. Is it necessarily needed? Same from rigoN, to be fair. 4 versus 4 with 55 seconds left on the clock.
It's a little dicey at the moment. I mean, Aaron's taking damage. So's juanflatroo. Puts him in that 1 bullet headshot territory. 45 seconds on the clock, and it goes eerily quiet here in the server. Potentially the final round. Potentially the Pro League spot. sinnopsyy, hang on a second. Maybe Alan towards the site. He's going to get a kill here. That might bait over and over rotation. Kamion does come over. Nothing spotted, and Aaron now left alone. Towards the B site, gonna swing, and he fluffs his line to sinnopsyy. Now they should get the B site more or less for free, but DGL, other ideas, maybe another clutch from the AWPer. And Flush's got other ideas. There's 40 kills.
Such a wild push in from Juan. He does go down. GXX with the trade. Another overtime required to decide this one here on Ancient. PERA just can't put it to bed. Guild not giving up.
My God, what a game we're being treated to right now. Just when you think PERA are about to close it, just when you think they've got an opportunity, time and time again, this one is staying alive. And it's got to be said, I mean, so many times now for PERA, they've let it slip, and this is actually becoming quite concerning. Guild, just do not die. Staying alive, like we said, by the skin of their teeth every single moment. I do question maybe as well on the other side when we look at this Guild roster. A lot of this is coming off the back of juanflatroo. 40 kills he finds himself on at the moment. Can he keep up that level? Is the question. Traditionally, you'd say yes, but it is still a big ask.
An absolute slog here on Ancient for sure. Big damage with the early spam through the smokes. DGL waiting for the boost. I don't know that it's necessarily going to come. Guild are more passive in this round for sure.
So, try it again. An early round here, Guild. Not making too much noise to start this one off. Aaron, into one hand. Whew, spots juanflatroo. Gonna fall away from that. He's met with a bit of a tag on the knee, but the end of the world. Molotov, however, will force MSN to join him here in Cave. Now, this becomes eerily uncomfortable, and DJL's so lucky to still be alive.
Oh, big shot onto porya from sinnopsyy. Kamion, a well-timed smoke, however. Oh, they're going to go through it. A terrible idea as Kamion had read that like a book. So much damage done. Can't quite net the final 2 frags, but
That's the bomb.
has surely done enough. Yeah, wow, okay, that bomb's got about 2 meters forwards. Kind of ridiculous. juanflatroo not long for the world. As PERA once again will find the first into the follow-up overtime. But getting them over the line is where they struggle.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to continue sort of taking these openers with a grain of salt in the sense that we've seen PERA do it twice now and let him slip. If they can get 2 rounds on the CT side, their T side was so clean that maybe that might be the argument to be made that it's a world. My God, what a map we're being treated to. This map is, feels like a series in itself, how well it's being played. Kamion spamming the smoke. Porya in support as well. Also an AWPer through mid too. So, a lot of heavy presence on mid early here. He goes deep. Sennery takes a tag. Aaron going to come and reclaim some space through excavation. Does have the support as well of MSN. They forced them away here from double doors. A lot of early util. And look at this long rotate that now Guild are going to go for. I mean, granted, they got plenty of time, but uses a lot of map control.
Very quiet here in the mid-round as Guild Eagles will slowly contact this A-bomb site. Weakly defended. Whoa, big one from rigoN. Might stay weakly defended. DGL slowly backing away. Utility coming around. Orb going to get smoked off. However, porya is buying space for him to go through it. Oh, tag lands and the smoke goes down. That's a little awkward to deal with. 3 versus 2 ensuing. Kamion pretty close. You can't deny the bomb plant. Flash going to come around. It's not really looking too good here for PERA, to be honest. But, of course, fly in. You never know what might happen. They might line up in the smoke. Oh, stop shooting. However, similar HPs here. Exactly the same, in fact. MSN jumping up on top of default, trying to change up the angle. Has yet to tap the bomb. Planted in a pretty good spot for rigoN. He's going to come moving in. MSN with the hold gets off it, but just can't line his crosshair up. And Guild immediately even up the scoreline.
My God, that was uncomfortable. I mean, the big thing is that rigoN there, when he's playing out through Donut, he can see the cables of the defuse kit. So, knew he could swing and have the advantage. And I mean, MSN, good attempts. If he had a smoke, my God, that round's probably absolutely on for them. Not to be 19 all. And they still remain inseparable. Treated to a wonderful ancient display here. Inside, but tempted with some aggression through elbow, but opt against it. Going to double back with a bomb in tow. Going to draw up towards B Ram. Nice and early here. Aaron playing a lot more aggro than he traditionally does. Flash on the corner, spots nothing. One of his own as well. Again, nothing there, but I'm sure he's got a pretty decent inkling that someone's close. He can't hit the shot. rigoN will punish him. Nice shot.
Nice shot from DGL. Any more? Oh, yes! He drops the bomb with that one as well. Kamion finding the frag onto rigoN.
No.
DGL with the quick scope. These rounds are getting mental. A lead for PERA as they flip over to the attacking side.
What is DGL doing, man? How does he continue to hit shots like that? Absolutely bonkers. That second shot is gorgeous as well. Catching the guy jumping across over towards Ram. Even the quick scope through the cave player. Fair play. You said, in a lot of these clutch moments when they need someone to step up, DJL continues to do it. Now he's pulling away in the fragging department too. 33 to his name, 36 for Kamion, but no one really catching up to juanflatroo just yet. 42 and 28, still sitting above the 100 ADR range. The only one, actually, at the moment, too. Advantage PERA. 20 to 19. rigoN taking a hell of a lot of damage there. MSN going to swing out in front of the Molotov. Joining up through Shelf. Mid control's really good here for PERA. This is something that Gildan do a hell of a lot on their T side.
Ooh. A little awkward, but no kills as yet. PERA playing real fast. They've got up towards mid quite early on. DGL on the contact. GXX around the corner here. Who's going to win out on this fight? GXX, yeah, that's that every day of the week, man. Such a hard angle to peek into. They get the control of Red Room, but they're not going to go charging in just yet. Kamion, crack angle, wins out the fight. 4 versus 4 now. And a bit more of a confused CT side.
Aaron holding. Only thing in that position, your shadow can betray you. For anybody peeking out through an area like long, for example. Kamion's still holding for flanks here. And he might be given an opportunity. The only issue is he's got the bomb. Oh, it doesn't matter though. He's going to find the kill. Surely now they go A. The shot, Aaron will punish. That's got to be the round.
They're going to try for it. Aaron, however, 2 HP. Oh, finds the first low on ammo, but he knows where Juan is. Juan's only 30. Yeah, no, just trying to distract him away here and keep him away from the bomb site, ultimately. Okay. Aaron didn't even manage to get a reload and all that. But with no kit... Oh, I was going to say no kit available, for goodness sake. He picks one up. He's just maybe looking for the stats. Surely they do not drop this. It would be absolutely wild. Bomb halfway ticked. They know where he's coming from. And it's planted for them. You know what I mean? Like, there's absolutely no way they drop this. Kamion with the swing. Finds the frag, but yeah, he was an absolute goner there. 21. 2 rounds once again for PERA to secure their spot in Pro League. They couldn't do it last time. We made it to a third overtime. Now looking to do it once again.
Yeah, exactly. 2 chances at it. They've let it slip before, but that was on the CT side. We said, put up a good CT side in towards this OT, and then there's a convo to be had. Well, their T side being enough. That's maybe where it could be. This time PERA opt against fighting mid, and that's the right call. Gil put a lot of presence coming through the mid control, and actually works in their favor. Spam going to come through. Aaron gets tagged with a smoke there on Shelf. Thankfully, he doesn't fall for it. DGL's open and look in. Spotted one, but his teammates are in his way. Couldn't really take a shot there. Might have clipped his teammates head on the way through. Damage. And a kill for sinnopsyy. Make it 2. Make it 3 for sinnopsyy. juanflatroo coming on cleanup duty. MSN will get 1. It's a scrappy 5-7 fight here. And it'll be seen off. But that round is all akin to sinnopsyy. Are PERA letting it slip again?
Maybe. Maybe. Timeout being taken. PERA's an awful lot of these. They've just been going with the flow, so I think they are starting to run out of steam, man. Another overtime, and then another map to play. It would be a lot to ask. A real lot to ask. But we'll see. We will see. This is getting kind of interesting now as the game continues to pan on. A real test of metal.
Here you go again. 21-20. Map and series point PERA in a marathon of a series, but a map specifically. I mean, we had the full rounds of regulation on map number 1, and now we're getting so much here towards OT. Molotov on towards Shelf. DGL gonna hold as well. juanflatroo, he's getting mighty close. He does actually tag him up there as well. Might swing. Oh, juanflatroo cannot be stopped right now.
Absolutely mental guy. Just so confident, playing so well. Can he find that extra level for the rest of the half, for the rest of the round, ultimately? PERA just fully scared off of this B area. Nothing they can do but wait for the smoke to go down. However, they are grouping up, looking to just burst their way in once this smoke goes down, I would imagine.
Tickling those toes. Sennery, great lock. Finding 3, that's gotta be it. Surprise, surprise, we go again. Another overtime. OT number 4 here in map number 2. These two sides are absolutely inseparable. You got to give credit, man. Neither are given an inch. Just when you think PERA are going to close it, again, with a 2-round buffer, they let it slip. Gildo, credit for staying alive. I mean, I don't think they probably enjoy continually having to play catch-up, but at the very least, it's better than not having that Pro League spot in their favor.
It's crazy. It is crazy, the fact that Guild are continually able to find another level. I don't know what to think of it, but they keep going.
What can they do different? Right?
I
PERA,
think that's it, right?
It feels like they've exhausted the strat book now, right? I think that's the big thing. And, yeah, it does make you question. What have they got left in the locker? I mean, they are going to be starting on that C side. Letting it slip in the way they did. Pretty brutal. Can they forget? Move on to try and find this one. This time, not going to fight for mid once again.
Deep in mid. Guild looking good here. A lot of control taken, of course. PERA trying something a bit different themselves. A lot of pressure on towards A. It's not something we've seen very often from them. Early utility out on A as well, so I think they're going for like a little double pump fake here. And it could work. It could work. I don't know, I'm curious. GXX holding the line. Molotov to come around, but there's a lot of presence here. Molotov to deal with them, and GXX lands the flick. Big damage onto Aaron, onto MSN. Not great. Not great at all.
50 seconds to speak of it as well. MSN and Aaron tagged. What to do with your PERA? I mean, it feels like they haven't got too much of an idea now. They've left DGL as a, I guess a lurking presence out towards A. The bomb's committing back towards B. It doesn't feel exactly clean by any means. The fact that they've got 0 mid control either doesn't fill you with too much joy.
DGL managed to find a wall bang. Ooh, and
look at the rotation.
Yeah, he's being a bit weird, isn't he? He's open out over towards A. So draws them away a little. juanflatroo, though, he kind of knows what's up. It's his second kill that really matters. They'll get the bomb plant. 3 versus 3, but look how weak they are, man. And DGL, he's lagging behind. He's going to take a long time to get here. Aaron with a big one. Just has to battle for survival. Can't get it done. DGL trying to make his way over, but rigoN will cut him off. It's a weird little round in the end, but Guild will get it. Lead for them, at least for now.
Yeah, at least for the moment. It's got to be said. I mean, that's it's a nice idea, I guess, in a way, for DGL, but all things considered, that slow rotation really cost them. So, 22-21. Guild take advantage to kickstart OT4. Not often we get to say that. Head in the corner. Nobody in that smoke as well. So they're going to find the first. Oh, juanflatroo caught his pants down. MSN going to trade back. And he actually has a lot of room towards B. But again, he's actually just a lurk.
Okay, a little bit weird. Porya will find a kill onto rigoN through the smoke, though. sinnopsyy with the flank has been heard, and DGL takes his head off. The carnage is back. MSN will begin to discover a clear bomb site. Nobody around right now. GXX. Don't give him any more, folks. DGL will take the frag. And sinnopsyy quickly traded. 22 to 22. Back and forth continues, man. This game is just all over right now.
Yeah, man. It's got to be said. This one still feels just impossible to call. There's no give between the two sides. What a map of Ancient we're being treated to here. For those who've been following along this tournament, they've already played this map before against each other in this tournament, back in the best of one stage, on a 13-9 towards PERA. They would have very obviously learnt their lesson. rigoN. Good pop flash here. Should get a chance. Fluffs his lines. GXX does find one. Does get tagged, but so does Aaron.
Ooh, a little close on the banger. Oh, Aaron gets finished off by a nade, sir. Not good. Guild Eagles taking an advantage. juanflatroo. Oh, could it be heard on the reload? Opts against it as the Molotov comes in. It's smart. You know, he's gagging for the 50 kills, mate, is all I'm saying. He's definitely confident, but he has to be careful. These rounds are just massive right now.
Oh. 3 remaining of PERA. Full for a pause. Both went through in towards shore. sinnopsyy might not respect it. juanflatroo definitely isn't gonna. MSN swings free. Might catch right back on the reload. He does. juanflatroo uses all of the mag before they swing their way forward, and now they've leveled the playing field, at least for the time being. sinnopsyy swinging in to reclaim space. Fluffs his line. Porya will punish. And now the round's swinging back in their favor, potentially. Kamion might get the AWP on this. Swinging, he legs him as well. 23 for PERA. A sigh of relief. They finally get 2 rounds on the T side. But is it going to be enough?
The $1 million question from Mr. Kai. Sorry. All the same, it is a very good question. It is a very, very good question. I think there's so much riding on this. And I think both teams can feel it. Brief tech timeout coming in. We are back round into the action as PERA. They're close again. Very close indeed. If they win this one out, as their CT sides have looked good, if they win this one out, they would set themselves up for the three-peat. 2 championship points, Pro League points in a row. Oh my god, sinnopsyy! Oh no, that is 40 rounds of Counter-Strike. That's what it will do to your brain. Goes a little bit to mush, thinking he can make it through, but there was a nade there, I think, that slowed him down enough, and he just couldn't make it through.
Messy fight. sinnopsyy will punish Aaron. Catches him sleeping, but DGL, that AWP still singing so damn loud in the server. What a performance again for some of these players as well. He's sort of late in towards the game with how strenuous this can be on the mental and the physical state of you as well. Absolute credit. Flash is happy for that smoke there. We'll at least give her the position that they've taken all of that early cave control, and DGL gets picked off, and Porya misses his opportunity. Nade will come deep. Does a bit of damage, but it doesn't matter all too much. Re-smoking towards cave to keep juanflatroo there.
MSN hidden away in the cubby. Might not be expected. Yep, goes unchecked. Good for 1. Kamion goes down. MSN's now got to be careful, trying to take a wide little angle here against GXX. Quick scope round the corner. Pistols are out. Dink does land. juanflatroo trying to close the gap. It's Porya to take it, but GXX does not miss his shot and now gives himself a second chance. Porya just playing the time. Not a lot of it. 10 seconds for GXX to get this bomb down. So Porya's just waiting for the digits to get typed in. Molotov comes round. GXX able to get away from the flames, but Porya quickly swings on the other side and will find that 24th round. 2 in a row. We've said it a few times. Guild have been able to find that to bring us to a triple overtime. Will they do it again?
My God. This is the third attempt now. Third attempt out of 4 OTs played that PERA have had this double match point, and 2 out of 3 times they've let it slip. Is this going to follow the same trend? Well, let's see. As we find ourselves once again at an interesting position. I mean, Guild are constantly playing catch-up here. That's got to affect the mental in some way. Credit to PERA. They've kept up a real good level of consistency. porya going to met with an early nade. Taking a decent chunk of it. Does get shelf control. And we're going to be tagged through the smoke. So, all things considered, not a bad trade. Bit of damage, but you get the shelf control and all of mid for more or less for free. Not that bad. Low HP rigoN now forced to slow things down, I mean, quite considerably. Can't really overextend when you've got 32 points of HP.
Such a quiet start into this all-important mid-round. Life on the line. Guild have battled so hard to keep this map alive. PERA looking to deny it. 2-man cave setup. Oh, not all that common from them. juanflatroo, though, of course. Who else in for the double kill to open up the chance onto this B bomb site? He keeps going. There's no advanced push from MSN, though. He's going to catch one. Nade in hand. Can't make it away. Kamion staying alive at the back end of the site, buying time for the rotation to come around. DGL with the orb is not fast enough, though. sinnopsyy will deny away Kamion's chance at being the hero. Is it DGL? No, it isn't. 23-24. Guild keeping the game alive.
My God. Continues this game a marathon of a match between these two sides. I mean, absolute credit to keep up. I mean, somehow, some way, this level of a performance this long in towards kind of a map. And for those who are just joining as well, this is the second map. We've already had a pretty long map number 1, a 13-11, all the rounds in regulation. And they are still going. And Kamion's making a good push as well. 43 to his name. Guild going quick. juanflatroo over the first. There's 50 as well for Juan. And he wants more.
Dangerous move in here. Aaron will manage to find sinnopsyy a man advantage, but they will go for the plan. DGL dealt with. juanflatroo ever crisp, but Kamion finds him through the smoke. Oh my goodness, keeping it alive though. 2 versus 2. Nobody able to come out on top of these situations. No utility left for the CT side. GXX with the orb trained up from ramp. Ready for Kamion's peak. God, smoke retrieved. Big frag. It's GXX on the orb, but porya just going to go in for the hold to try and net the Pro League spot. Knife is out, but GXX can't find him, and that's the way PERA get it done with a ninja defuse against all the odds. 25-23, a 2-0 netted, and PERA will win out in the EU qualifiers for ESL Pro League Season 19.
That is heartbreaking for